Oh,
Hello!
Merry Christmas!
We gotta move back because you can't see the sushi.
We can move the camera down.
Okay. Yeah, because...
Or what do you think?
Well, we can't see the sushi, and this is the whole part.
That's the whole thing?
We got sushi. That's what we doing today, yo. We're at home eating sushis because we bougie. We were thinking about going to what is it? One of those roundabout sushi places. But then roundabout, the ones that go round and round and round in circles.
Yeah, the
sushi go rounds. But then I was like, you know what's better than a sushi go round? Sitting at home and eat grocery store sushi.
I don't know if that is better. It's easier.
It requires me not to have to go anywhere, which I don't want to do today.
Hey, Jelly, Ray, Betty.
What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome.
It's gonna be an exciting one for us.
No, Ray. Unlike Hawaii, it was not $100.
Yeah, was it $100?
It was 1,490 yen, which is probably like $12.
Oh yeah, so this is what we got. Check it out.
I was gonna get like real
sushi platter at a grocery store,
but there wasn't real sushi.
And it's 1380 yen.
Hello, Lynn. Hello, Mary.
So, wait a minute. Let me grab my phone.
So today we're gonna do something simple. We actually put up our Christmas tree yesterday. My little sister came over.
Where's my phone?
I don't know. Do you want me to call it?
Oh.
You're using it.
You guys are on it. Oh, that's so good. Well, I have my computer right here.
Yeah, why do you need your phone?
I don't need my phone. I wanted to convert this.
Oh, well, it's $14.90 with tax.
$9.92.
$9.92 for
with
this
no
much
tax.
sushi.
It's $9.92.
I will eat all of that, said my younger self.
That's how much. Go ahead. Yeah, I want to see. Give a comment. How much do you think this is where you're at? Something like this. This is crazy. $9.92.
I actually was wondering, do you guys remember these?
That's like a really cheap one, isn't it?
It's really cheap. It's like 92 yen, which is probably like 50 cents. But it's been around for a long time, this coffee thing. You guys love sushi. Welcome, welcome. Well, you guys are in the right place.
I want to eat all of that, said my younger self.
So today I thought, you know what, because we've actually been really busy this week and we have a busy week coming up. We kind of wanted an easy day, so hopefully you guys don't mind us just watching us eat and hanging out. Next week we'll be going to the base, Foster Base, to attend Comic-Con, so you guys will get to see a little bit of the base if you guys are interested in that. However, today I have some funny questions. We're not funny, like just questions that we can ask ourselves. Just because we have no content whatsoever.
We're gonna do a Q&A and eat sushi.
We literally came up with this probably like 30 minutes ago because we're like, what are we gonna do for the live? And I was like,
we had some ideas.
Let's go eat. Let's just buy grocery store sushi and answer some stupid questions.
We went with the easiest one for us, probably the lamest one for you guys.
Yeah, lamest one for you guys.
25, 18.
Oh wow. What kind of... This is called maki sushi. I was going to get actual, like, real sushi, but...
I would say California is probably, like, 30 if you got it from a grocery store.
I don't know. I don't know if, like, Safeway even has grocery... like, big sushi like this. You probably have to
tell you. Do we need a plate? Is that good?
One question at a time, baby.
Okay, let me try this. And you don't even have to answer this one.
We're at my mom's house, so we'll probably be in and out. No worries. I know everybody's got a... Oh, yeah.
Actually, I like this one.
It was Matt's birthday over the week.
It's very creamy. Thanks, Ray. Happy belated birthday to you, too.
When was his birthday?
I don't remember. But this is belated because he did have a birthday, I'm sure.
I remember Gina's birthday, I think, is sometime in October.
Is it?
I don't... Because I remember the first launch of Ryukyu, which is still on sale, by the way. The first launch of Ryukyu style, the clothing, was on, like, Gina's birthday or something. Or was it their anniversary?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure we launched it in October, right?
Huh?
Hey, Joe!
Do you want a plate?
Sure. Sure. Okay. Let's dig in. I'm hungry. Last night...
One positive thing about doing this at home is we have a stable internet connection. I pumped up the video to the highest quality.
I'm having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I think yours is better.
I don't know, Mary. PB&J sounds good.
Sometimes. Have you ever had a PB... Oh. Well, have you ever fried your PB&J? Like pan-fried it?
Now you're just insane.
No. This is like Einstein level craziness.
Look at this dog.
Make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich like you normally do, and then pan fry them, and it's just like creamy goodness, so crispy. Oh, it's so good. I miss you too, Jojo.
We can put this.
I recommend it.
You want to be in the middle?
Although Chris luckily isn't here, he can't have peanut butter and jelly sandwich because he's allergic to peanut. How was the potluck Thanksgiving? It was really, really good. We had a lot of fun. There was too many people. We had I had a little mini panic attack, anxiety attack. I was like sitting there. There's like surrounded by 15 people I don't know, and I was like, oh my gosh.
15 people. There's probably like 40 people there.
There wasn't 40 people there.
Yes, there was. We weren't in the living room. The living room was twice as full as the kitchen.
There wasn't 40 people. It
Yes,
was like Matt's over. There was like 20, maybe 25.
I'm not over exaggerating. I think I'm very accurate.
There wasn't 20 people.
You should ask Cassandra how many people showed up.
I can't. You can't fit 40 people on that couch.
They weren't all on the couch, Kit. This wasn't a couch party. Yeah, the kids too.
There wasn't
Everyone.
40 people. There was like maybe 25 at most.
I don't know. It felt like 50 people.
I'm gonna make leftover sandwiches from pork I made for Thanksgiving and tomato. That sounds really good, actually. Tomato bisque. Oh man, I would die. Safeway has like the best tomato bisque.
Bernard, welcome from Jersey.
Oh, how was your Thanksgiving, guys?
Yes. Tell us all about your Thanksgiving. How did you celebrate my birthday? With turkey?
So I'm going to show you a little bit, tell you guys what we have going on here.
Yeah, every year my birthday falls on Thanksgiving. We put candles in the turkey's butt. And I blow it out.
We don't.
It's a stuffing.
That could be a tradition, actually. I think
that could be from now on.
Yeah, I think you just gave birth
Yeah,
to
instead
a really
of
good
putting
tradition.
the turkey like sideways, you just prop it up, right? Put candles.
Why stop at candles? Put one of the sparklers.
Like firecrackers.
Really celebrating 2 holidays. Okay, so we got on the left-hand side, this is like a tuna mayo with egg and imitation crab. The one on the middle here, this row, is I think that's egg, and it has shrimp, deep fried shrimp. And then this one is like a Japanese style. It's got like mushrooms and stuff in it.
So it has
inari.
mushrooms, egg, bamboo shoots, I think.
It sucked. Why did it suck, Joe? What?
I'm gonna put on some copyright-free Christmas music.
I don't think that's necessary.
Oh, it's necessary.
This is like a bamboo shoot salad. You get it at Sane. It's like the best salad. It's like the best. It's got like sesame dressing, a little bit of mayonnaise, shredded carrots, cucumbers. It's so good. Oh my gosh. This is like $2. So in total, for all of this, we spent like $15 maybe. We had ham, mac cheese, deviled eggs, string beans, mashed potatoes, and cornbread. That's amazing. How many of you guys don't do turkey for Christmas? Because like I feel like there's more people. I know a turkey is kind of like a big Thanksgiving thing, but I feel like I know so many people who don't even really like turkey. We'll talk later, Joe. And the pups! Oh my gosh. Beef pork ribs. That all sounds really good. Yeah, I brought lumpia to the party, and that was a big hit. There was a couple Filipinos there, and I'm surprised the Filipinos didn't make lumpia. Instead, the Okinawan made lumpia, and it was they went crazy. They were like, "Oh my gosh, somebody actually brought lumpia."
Can you guys even hear the music? Or is it just for us?
You don't eat turkey. I'm not a fan of turkey myself. I don't think there's a lot of people who actually like turkey.
Yeah, let me tell you something about turkey. It's fine, but it's one of the worst meats, and I'll tell you why. Because if it was better, we'd have it more times than once a year. Am I wrong? We have chicken all year. We have beef all year. Pork all year. But turkey? Why not?
It's really funny because
they're not seasonal. They're animals.
When we were living in the States.
Well, I guess the plumpness might be seasonal.
I don't know. Maybe it takes them a year to grow.
For a turkey to grow?
You need to fertilize.
Yeah. They're only born during a certain time of the year.
Do you remember when we lived in that apartment in Citrus Heights? And there was a bunch of turkeys around all year. And then during the holiday season, they just like magically disappeared. They were just wild turkeys that lived around our property.
Yeah.
And then just like around Thanksgiving, they were just gone. We made... Oh, you know what, Ray?
We do turkey for Christmas at my daughter's house.
Ray, the sushi bake thing. I've been really curious. Did you find that on TikTok or something? Did Gina find that on TikTok? Because I've been thinking about making that sushi bake. I'm really interested.
Brother-in-law made beef pork. Did you already read all this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We don't really care for turkey. I don't. Most people don't. We eat mostly chicken instead of turkey. See, most people don't actually like turkey. Unless it's sliced for ham. Yeah, sandwich meat, it is actually good. If I go out, I try to get food I don't make at home, but this year I had traditional turkey, green beans, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, and biscuits.
That is actually what we had too.
Yeah, but it was a potluck, so there was so much food.
There was a lot of food.
It was good. Although Matt came back and he was like, you know what? I think I prefer Asian food.
I do prefer I've always preferred Asian food.
I was loving it. See, the difference between us is I grew up on this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like bored of it. So when somebody presents me with like mac and cheese or green bean casseroles, I'm like all for it. Cornbread,
those
all
are
the
good.
way.
I feel like I'd want like an ethnic Christmas where it's like food from different countries all over the place. I think that'd be great.
You know, Sway, she's Indian and she makes a lot of good Indian food.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Wish she made turkey, which the turkey was really good. But man, if she had made like
go to
some Indian food,
Thanksgiving dinner and have like Indian food and I don't know, just so random stuff. Himalayan, Pakistani, I don't know, whatever else.
Dan, I agree with you. Turkey is too dry. But every once in a while, you come across those people who make really good turkey. Like, they just know how to make a good, juicy turkey. Especially when they're deep fried. I've had deep fried turkey. It's not even... All turkey should be deep fried, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. How many of you are having turkey sandwiches the next 5 days?
That's like my favorite thing.
I
love making turkey
that's the
sandwich.
thing.
Yeah, everyone shows up at the office with a turkey sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah, you go back to work on Monday and you're just... Everyone has turkey sandwiches.
Thanksgiving is probably one of my favorite holidays, though.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Because you get to hang out with people, and Christmas is more family oriented, but
and
Thanksgiving...
you get presents.
Right. Oh, I was like, you're thinking of the wrong holiday, buddy, but it's your birthday. I understand. What did you get for presents this year?
Oh, nothing.
That's not true.
Kid got me milk tea.
I got him 16 cans of milk tea.
I like it. I'm gonna drink
Where
them.
is your milk tea?
This is one right here.
I got 16 cans of those. I was gonna get him a case, but I was short $5. and the case came with 24 cans. But I got you 16 instead. What I really wanted to do was get you 33 cans. Because you were gonna turn 33. Which would make it easier for me, because then each year I just add a can.
The older I get, the more sugar I consume.
I feel like this live is just for us.
I mean...
Dude, this is like
I figured it was gonna be.
This is the perfect song for this conversation.
Can you guys hear the music? I don't know. I asked that, but I don't know if anyone said anything.
Okay, so I'm gonna start asking some questions. You guys are more than welcome to answer them.
You guys are more than welcome to just leave the live too if it's not interesting.
I'm sure there's other lives out there that's
yeah. I'm sure other people are more entertaining. We just eat sushi.
Okay, here's a good question. Number 1.
Oh, you can hear it. Oh, that's good. That'll make the mood a little separate.
How much is sushi raw fish? Is it expensive? I like tuna, salmon, and whitefish. Sushi. So a sushi for this type, like this size, is probably like $15. 15, $17. Not really that expensive. You can get them pretty cheap though. Like if you got like a sushi with maybe like 6 or 7 or 10 of them, it's about $3. You could get them for like $4 or something.
Dan can't hear the music. Lynn can.
And if you guys actually have questions for us, we could treat this as a Q&A.
Mm-hmm.
But while you guys are thinking of questions, I have a question for you.
What you got?
Is cereal soup why and why not? What constitutes as a soup? It can't be the heat, because there's cold soups too.
These questions are amazing.
I'm thinking really hard about them.
Hmm.
2 pieces, it's $5.
Oh, the sushi.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, here at the sushi, if you go to a restaurant, like the sushi conveyor belt sushis, it's 2 pieces for 100 yen.
No, they recently had to raise their prices.
Oh, really?
And so they company-wide did like a televised apology.
Oh.
Because they had to raise their prices.
Yeah, that sounds like something that Japan would do.
Japan does that. Hi, Chris!
You know what's interesting is Japan's economy. Like, that's one of the things I've noticed since living here is, you know how in America you just expect over the years for things to gradually increase in price because of inflation?
Yeah.
There's no inflation here. Like, it's not even a thing you think about.
You know, I agree with my friend though. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know what it is.
Because I remember that live we did, and we went to showed Dana her old apartments and stuff outside Gate 2.
Yeah, we went to a live and went to someone's old apartment. See, what changes is the dollar, right? It increases in inflation. So the yen gets more expensive or cheaper. But yeah, we went to an old apartment and someone was like, yeah, when I lived there in the 80s, it was like 60,000 yen a month or something. And I'm like, well, that's probably how much it is now. Yeah. Like, that seems normal.
That seems normal.
But the difference is, 60,000 yen in the 80s was like $200 probably.
And like 60,000 yen now is more like probably $700.
Or no, it's reversed, right?
No, 60,000. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, reversed.
It's reversed, yeah.
But anyway, yeah, the dollar to yen ratio is the thing that changed, not the yen. It's still 60,000 yen.
You're eating 80s. Too right now? What are you eating, Chris? I bet you it's not maki because you're not a fan of maki.
Hi, Mom.
If you eat cereal for dinner, I think you can call it a soup. Only for dinner, though, Dan?
You know, that is a good question the more I think about it.
It is a good question. It's not a stupid question. Is cereal considered a soup or
I would
not?
say no, because soups have broth of a sort.
Yeah, either vegetable broth or...
Yeah, any sort of broth.
I mean, it's still cow broth.
It's not cow broth.
Or nut broth, if you're lactose intolerant.
Oh, I see, yeah. No, I don't think it is. I wouldn't say.
We're trying to figure on this live right now. We're trying to figure out whether cereal is considered soup.
That's a new question. Is milk a broth?
Is milk a broth?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, because then what would constitute water not being a broth? Like, then we'd have to consider all liquids a broth.
Mm-hmm.
A jumbo breakfast platter with toast, eggs. That sounds good. Maybe one of these days we could actually mukbang some American breakfast food. You might not like that. Soup doesn't come in a box.
Soup can come in a box, though, right?
Pre-made soup. Like, well, you have
a powdered one?
Yeah, powdered, concentrated one. You're eating Coke Zero.
Oh, wow.
Milky soup is usually called cream of in the West. You know what? That's true.
Yeah, the cream of wheat and stuff like that.
What about cream of mushroom?
Cream of mushroom.
Cream of chicken.
Yeah, that's still not just milk, though. That's still like a broth.
So are we determining cereal is not a soup?
Not a soup.
You heard it here, guys. Cereal is not a soup. What is the weirdest smell you've ever smelled?
That's a dumb question.
Okay.
I don't even know how to answer that. What do you say to that?
Okay, how about
Unless you have like a very specific moment in your life where you're like, this smells specifically. This? Do you have this much food and laugh when no one is watching? I mean, I do.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah. Well, Kit watches sometimes from like the other room. She just peeks her head out. It's like,
I can't see.
Why is he laughing?
Yeah, I can't.
What's he doing in there alone?
Because he's just sitting here just laughing at
Yeah, I'm just sitting here eating green beans, laughing to myself. Potatoes. I'm eating potatoes thinking about how funny the word potato is. Cream of wheat, I guess, is a gruel. Ah. Oh. You do have a catalog of weird smells. Great knows that one. I would say cereal with milk is like a soup, especially how some completely submerge their cereal in it.
Yeah, Chris and I mean, I eat cereal with milk sometimes, but Chris and I typically like eating our cereal dry.
Yep. The inappropriate way.
What part of a kid's movie scarred you as a child? I have one particular in mind. Actually, a lot of Disney movies scarred me as a child.
I don't know if they scarred me.
But specifically Pinocchio.
Oh.
I still hate Pinocchio. Pinocchio is a scary movie if you really think about it.
I think
the imagery is just like terrifying.
Pee-wee's Playhouse. Oh, cool.
Pee-wee's pretty scary. Yeah, that's the Pinocchio. That scene where that one, what was the name? Jocko turns into a donkey. Like he's laughing and he slaps himself and then he turns into a donkey. That was terrifying. I can't do that.
No, and what's the movie called? Pee-wee Herman Adventure or something? Pee-wee Herman's Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
In the movie, there's like one spot where he like,
this guy is really into it.
He hitchhikes and then the truck driver picks him up and then the truck driver does that like face thing at the end. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. That was scary. Pinocchio, Aladdin, Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Scar's death scene in the
I
Lion King.
hated Pinocchio.
Scarring.
You know what? I was like, why is this really hard to chew? This is pork.
Oh yeah, my mom says Pee-wee's Playhouse too. That was some creepy stuff for a kid.
I did love Lion King. Lion King was the only one I think that didn't scare me.
No, Lion King was great. Still one of the best Disney movies.
Not the best live action by any stretch
Not
of
the
imagination.
live action.
None of Disney's live action. You know what I found out recently?
Well, I guess the
read
Lion
this
King
yesterday.
isn't technically live action. But
It makes me sad that they're doing this.
what?
They're rebooting Frasier. And nothing wrong with Frasier. It's just we're getting to the point in life where they're just rebooting old stuff.
Well, we watched that, who was it?
I liked Frasier, but I feel like it's not necessary to bring it up.
Matt Damon? Is that who was talking
Oh,
about it?
yeah.
Yeah, he was saying that in Hollywood, when actors did movies, the movie cost so much that basically the studio would make up all the money they spent producing the movie when it came out in theaters. And then the actors would end up making most of their profit on the royalties of like DVD sales. And because that's not a thing anymore, a lot of big name actors and stuff aren't doing movies, or Hollywood isn't producing movies unless they like absolutely are certain it's gonna be like a blockbuster hit.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why now they're doing tons of just like formulas that they know will work, right?
They're not taking
They do
risks
very
anymore.
similar things. There's no risk involved, which is why Hollywood is kind of getting stale. It's a little more why TV shows are now like really hitting it big.
It really makes me sad because movies back in the day were so good.
But yeah, I think Hollywood they're having a hard time.
Like, I have yet to watch the whatever they called the first arc of Marvel or whatever. I still haven't watched the last one of that. And I really don't care to. After a while, I'm like, this superhero era movie is just can't.
Scar gets eaten alive by hyenas. Oh yeah. Well, does he get eaten? I guess that would be what happens. I mean, he just gets thrown off the cliff, right? And then it
My
shows the
mom
shadows
doesn't want
of
to
them,
watch
like,
you guys eat. She's jealous. We
Yeah.
can't get good. I'm sorry.
Hey, Jesse. Turkey over the weekend, huh? Supposed to snow in Portland. Wow, that's cool.
The hot sauce. Merm knows what we're talking about.
Oh, was that on, that was on, Hot Ones?
Really? I didn't know that. Streaming services don't pay cast or crew royalties until the third season. That's why a lot of them end so quickly, so they don't have to pay them.
Oh, wow.
I did not know that.
Yeah, this is crazy. I've said this before, but, as you guys know, anime is really popular in Japan.
I don't know what that was.
That was like a new dab. The new dab. Anime is really popular here, but I'll tell you something about anime. One thing I really appreciate it is like every anime is so unique. It's the stories and like everything is so different. Like they're not afraid to produce anime and
we
just
got some
do what they
Sushi,
want,
Jesse.
you know.
Wait, what did Chris say?
Yeah, Kit Dab.
Yeah, it's hard being original these days, and people think their storyline is better than the original. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
thank you, Kathy.
I don't know if
It's
being
a nerd
original.
tree. If we got close to it, you'll see.
Yeah, I don't know if being original is that much of a problem because, like I just mentioned before, anime is like every single anime is like
I think
insanely unique.
yeah, and I think Korea does a really good job.
Korea,
but
yeah.
I think actually international movies do really good. But I think the problem with Hollywood is they're just too afraid to take risks anymore because they're not making money off of it.
Yeah, because I feel like
A lot of actors talk about how Hollywood, like Jim Carrey says, you know, actors are just not the cool kids anymore. The Hollywood is.
oh
just
yeah,
not
Jim Carrey, his oh, that was him responding to the Will Smith slap or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The
he was
slap.
like, he watched the Emmys or whatever, and he's like, you know, I see stuff like that, and I'm like, you know, we're not the cool kids anymore. And it's kind of true because like streamers and like internet celebrities have really taken over. you
Well,
know?
sometimes I scroll through Yahoo News, and the front pages are usually more about internet celebrities. It's rarely ever about like celebrities. It's usually about like internet YouTubers and stuff. The laws that protect film artists and creators have not been updated for streaming, so streaming services make much of them sifting, stifling the creatives. Yeah, it's hard. It's definitely a different world. It's like someone made the point the other day. It's like those Marvel movies, nobody goes to see the actors. Everyone goes because of Iron Man or Thor or whoever is superheroes these days. But nobody goes to see like specific actors anymore. It
Hi,
is
Newey.
clickbaity, isn't it? It's so good.
Newies here. Sometimes you'll find streamers, YouTubers, TikTokers produce higher quality content than fully established entire Hollywood. Yeah, I agree.
100%.
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff out there.
Yeah. It's just, we've just gotten to a point where it's just no point in doing.
Well, that's the other thing is like the average Joe has access to such high-end equipment, you know, these days via even just cell phones, right? Like you can produce. There actually is some Hollywood produced movies.
Like giving good points. The resources are not nearly as difficult to replicate or obtain as they once were.
Exactly. Yeah. Like even just with a cell phone or like, you know, we have this, I don't know how much that is, $2,000 camera, which is, you know, before Hollywood, like you had to spend $60,000 or something for a worse camera than this 10 years ago, right? And this does like 4K, 60 frames. Then if you know how to edit, everyone has access to computers that can, you know, do this editing software and stuff. It's crazy. And then on top of that,
Was that Scorsese, Merm?
Have you seen a Hollywood studio lately? It's just a giant green room.
Oh, yeah.
People can just have green rooms in their house.
Yeah, we're watching this show on Netflix right now called 1899.
Mm-hmm.
And we really got into it because the sets and like the costumes were so nice. Like it was like wooden sets and we were talking about how like all these movies nowadays, everything is green screened, right? Like even rooms that you think are green screened are all just green screened. Mm-hmm. Where back in the day, a lot of the stuff, like we were watching Star Trek.
Yeah.
And we could tell it was a studio, like back in the 60s Star Trek, the original series.
Yeah, that's kind of a low budget thing now too. But like,
I mean,
because that was a TV show, right? But movies at the time like really put in a lot. Like you think about Star Wars, right?
Yeah, a lot of them were set designed.
Yeah, that's a lot of effort into the set. But we were watching 1899, and granted, there's a lot of green screen in that movie. At least a lot of the boat, the ship, and the hallways and stuff. Like, you could tell that they're not a green screen. Like, they're at least in a hallway with, like, wooden doors and stuff. You know
or,
what I mean?
Jaws.
Oh, Jaws. That was really good.
Like, Jaws wasn't... Nowadays, Jaws would probably be green screened.
Plus, super easy to obtain movies illegally where aren't collecting as much revenue. Yeah, well, I mean... Yeah, even if you don't do it illegally, like they're just on streaming services, which is way low on revenue.
The actors aren't actors because no one cares about them now. I think Twitter has a lot to do with that, to be honest, cancel culture.
I'm kind of noticing, you know, in YouTube, there's like, they're starting to do like, well, we're only, you know, advertisers are only going to monetize this specific type of video and like, that type of thing. And I could see that getting to an extreme to the point where like maybe high-end YouTubers are gonna be like, well, I'm just not gonna make content anymore, which I could see happened with actors, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, that's actually happening with YouTubers, right? Because they're having...
It is.
I've heard Logan Paul talk about it.
Yeah. Where it's like you have to find other means. But that's the nice thing about the internet stuff is there is other means. You know what I mean? So like even if YouTube takes away your ad revenue because like, you know, you're not talking about the subjects that they want you to talk about.
Merm says you look very full.
I am pretty full. Call me fat.
Wow, this.
But yeah, because they're internet celebrities, they could still do like other businesses on the side and stuff. I mean, we have Ryukyu and stuff, which I think makes it more fun too. So, I like it. I don't think I ate that many. But
you said you were pretty hungry.
In the morning, I'm not like when I'm hungry in the morning, it's like a piece of toast and some eggs. So, I was talking to Kit. Oh. Even actresses start make their own makeup line now. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's where the money is.
Yeah, whatever they gotta do, you know.
I'm not scrolling text, I'm just looking through questions.
Yeah, what are some questions? Oh yeah, Joe says Chris can help you finish it off. Chris is at work.
Chris doesn't like monkey
Wait,
bros.
Is he at work? He was at work.
Oh, which body part do you wish could detach and why?
Which body part do you wish could detach and why? I don't think I should answer that.
Alright, we'll go somewhere else.
Just kidding.
In one sentence, how would you sum up the internet?
A one sentence?
Yeah.
Whole sentence?
Yeah, you get a
Not
whole,
one word.
No, a whole sentence.
I got 2 words. Awesome. Sometimes.
I agree with that so much. That's like the best way to sum up the internet. If somebody was like, what's the internet like? I'd be like, awesome. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I miss the Wild West days of the internet. Back when like MSN Messenger was a thing. Man, I miss those days. When there weren't these like crazy kids on the net.
Oh, the screen is reversed?
Making all kinds of random
a
shit
time
up.
suck? Actually, that's a good thing.
It is a time suck.
Description too.
ASL. How many of you guys remember what ASL stands for? And it is not the American Sex League.
King Missile song came to mind for the detached body part. Chris Hemsworth, not really an actor, but following
to
Hemsworth.
say Chris Hemsworth, not really.
Tumblr is still pretty retro and fun. I've been enjoying
Honestly, I didn't even know Tumblr was still a thing.
I know this song. You know why I know this song? Because I used it.
Average sized lizard. ASL, average sized lizard.
So this song I used in one of my first YouTube videos.
What would you say is the
because it's copyright free.
What would you say is the golden age of the internet? Probably like the early 2000s. Honestly, probably around the MySpace days.
It's kind of hard to say, actually, because...
a little bit before the MySpace days, actually.
No, I would say after that. I think 2010, 2011, probably. Because YouTube was still pretty big. Like, there was a lot of access to things, but it wasn't restricted heavily yet.
Maybe it's like right before Gen Z started logging up the internet.
Well, the companies are now they're really dialing stuff in, right? And then around that time, 2010 or so, Facebook was still good. YouTube was fine. If you're talking MySpace, like YouTube didn't even exist. I wouldn't call that.
I agree with that. 1999, Y2K, 2007. I think it's like between 99 to like late 2000. Not late 2000.
I'm gonna say 2010 or 1985. When there was like
Zanga days. Or like
when there was like 12 computers hooked up and no one had internet. Those were the golden years.
Golden years. When internet didn't exist.
Yeah. Maybe
no, I'm glad for the internet. I love the internet. Because the internet gives us an opportunity to connect with people. And that's like a beautiful thing, right? Yeah, the RuneScape era. The earlier days of WoW.
2010 is also, well, that's when Cataclysm came out. I'll say 2009. It's right before Cataclysm came out.
Maybe your golden era of internet is a little different from mine. Because, like, you didn't really have the MSN Messenger experience or the MSN chat experiences. Cause
I do remember that.
That came, like, a little bit before the WoW craze.
Yeah, I do remember using that, like, 2005, 6.
Because I was, like, all about...
6,
I was a very
5,
danger
6.
child. If I was in America, I'd be on a milk box.
AOL dial-up days. See, I'm trying to think of a time where everything we have now, like the YouTubes.
This music is really annoying.
Yeah. Everything we have now still existed, but it wasn't restrictive. I kind of like that. And people didn't get offended so easily.
I think it's the everyone gets offended, a offended thing that gets me.
Yep. A fun thing about me that I say all the time is what offends me is people that get offended. I get offended.
Tumblr's also selling check marks
people.
at $7.99. Oh, well, I guess Elon was onto something.
Oh. Yeah, WoW caught me off guard. All ready to play EverQuest 2, then World of Warcraft came out. Yep. And I think...
Yeah, LiveJournal. I remember LiveJournal.
Wrath of the Lich King. It's around the same time because I did WoW simultaneously with MSN 2005.
Yeah, making homemade mochi actually sounds fun. Actually, yeah, I got some puto in the fridge. Yeah, and that was the orange box for Christmas, and I played a lot of Half-Life 2.
Yeah, post YouTube, early Facebook, that was Internet Last Stand, 2010. That's where I'm thinking. Because you still had YouTube. Facebook was fine, you know, everyone was using it. It was good. People liked it. It was the new thing on the block. I mean, I liked MySpace too.
I loved my MySpace. I was constantly HTML coding that thing.
I think in 2008, right around 2008 is when it was like very equal. Like MySpace and Facebook were like neck and neck. People were using them both. That's what I think. Yeah. Are you guys gonna have Okinawa soba on the New Year's and mochi? Yeah, we have Okinawa soba every year on New Year's. Rennie got me the orange box for Christmas. I played a lot of... Oh!
By the time I see you, Chris, that puto is gonna be gone.
Joe!
I'll have to remake it.
Right. I got the orange box too. That was 2007, I think. But, I was actually going to buy it because I don't have it on Steam, right? I just had like the original. But right now, Valve is doing a discount. It's like $7 for like a Valve collection. It has Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2, like 6 different Half-Life things. And then all the Counter-Strike stuff, all the Team Fortress. Anyway, it's like $7 right now. For Black Friday.
That's cool. I might
just buy it because it's not on my Steam, or a lot of them aren't.
The cesspool of the internet, portals. 4chan. When 4chan first came out, I thought 4chan was a game. I didn't know. It's like basically like the black market of Reddit, right?
Got my first PC at Radio Shack unit in '96. It was still AOL as my internet, my primary email.
You know what?
And still, still
the
use
golden age of the internet was when the phone would ring and my internet would cut off. Dial-up days. That was the golden age of the internet.
You know what? We never had that problem. Because...
You're lucky.
When we first got internet, my parents just paid for a separate phone line. So we had like 2 phone numbers, but one was just internet, and then we also gave the other phone number to telemarketers.
Oh.
So, and we would just shut it off, right? Because we were using it for internet.
When I was growing up, I remember because I was my parents kept the computer in my room.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. That seems like a bad idea. But at night when I couldn't sleep, I would get up at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I would cover my computer with my blanket as it was making that weep, beep, 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 beep sound, so my parents wouldn't hear that I'm like logging onto the computer, and I would stay up all night. Because that was like the best uninterrupted gaming, like computer sessions I could do.
Your first PC was a compact.
Life was only simple for us because we were kids, right? Like, I feel like a lot of kids nowadays are experiencing what we did. I'm sure the adults back in the 90s wouldn't say it was that simple. Maybe it was in some ways, but I mean, people still had to adult. Yeah, where is Portal 3?
I think a lot of people... Maybe we can ask When did you get your first computer? I know a couple people already said that, but when was your first experience? I think for me it was we got a Sony Vaio in like 1996, and I remember going to buy it with my dad at 6 years old at Fry's Electronics. I didn't know at the time, but as I got more into tech, I realized it was Fry's Electronics. The reason I remember that store is because it was the jungle themed Fry's Electronics. And, Fry's used to have all different themes. And I thought it was so cool because I had never been in a store that had like a theme. So maybe that's my first introduction to just technology. And I'm like, wow, technology's cool. Because before that, it was just like grocery stores and stuff, right? Then I go to this tech store, buy a computer, and the entire store is jungle themed. And then I get home and go on the computer.
And it's like, wow.
And then I actually don't remember doing anything cool on that computer.
I remember...
It was too early.
My dad always had a computer. I remember because like we have videos of me when I was 3 years old. I was walking around the house and I broke my dad's floppy drive by sticking a pen in it, and my aunt videotaped that, me doing that. I don't know why she didn't stop me, but I shoved a pencil in there and broke his floppy drive. And then like I just remember having a computer around like ever since I was a kid. There's no like aha, oh yeah, this was my first PC. I remember
Lynn, mid-90s. Yeah, Chris, 95, 96.
Yeah, I remember having it.
You probably had Windows 95, Chris. Not 96.
I remember
Windows 96.
I remember like Windows having the encyclopedia, and I would spend hours just sifting through the encyclopedia.
1986.
With the disc, like you put the disc in and it was like a Windows.
The Commodore 64.
I miss the floppy drive sometimes. I loved it. I don't know why. I loved my dream when I was a kid was to have one of those the colored Macs with the clear casing. I was like, when I grow up and I get money, I'm gonna buy myself one of these. Don't even have it anymore.
I got my first around 2015, 2016, late to the game, Jelly.
Late.
94 or so. Yeah, seems like mid-90s.
Yeah, that's probably around the time it really got commercialized.
Yeah. But Joe got that Commodore 64.
Your dad said the PC.
Oh, Mary
wow,
too.
Your dad knew?
Yeah, I think people that were, especially had parents and stuff that were like super techie, theirs was like 80s for sure.
Yeah.
Which I would have been, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool. But yeah, probably mainstream was around mid-90s.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was some good times.
Yeah, because I mean, we had a Nintendo, like the first Nintendo before that, right? But that's not a.
Yeah, I had the Nintendo. I had the Famicom and the Super Famicom. And then I had 64.
Okay, what are your questions?
Your dad said no to the Commodore.
What do you got here?
Why?
How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
At least 2. At least 2.
So are the chickens...
The gray blocky Game Boy, right? Ugh, loved it.
Are the chickens fighting on their own?
Oh, you're a 2000s kid, so you couldn't get one until I was old enough. Makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh.
What year were you born? 2000... Let me guess. 2001? 2002?
I don't know. That's interesting. Huh. That would make sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Well, I was 12.
That's cool. I'm glad we have it's cool that we have like a younger person.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
We're hitting all the age ranges.
Yeah, we're hitting every age range.
I feel like a lot of younger kids
because like I just watch
nowadays
this and I just expect everyone on here to be like
our age or older.
Yeah, our age or older, but
especially on Facebook.
That obviously makes sense. If you're not even alive in the 90s, you probably wouldn't have a computer in the 90s.
You have no idea what we're talking about. Well, you probably have an idea, but
just like Joe in the 80s
didn't experience it.
With the Commodore 64.
Yeah, we
didn't
were
experience that.
Yeah, we weren't around in 86.
No,
we only came into existence in 89.
I can tell you the first computer I ever saw in person was 78. It was a mainframe computer at the Air Force Base. My dad showed me around and had some pictures printed for me.
Buddy's only 12 too. He's only 12, but he's a little Oji-chan. He's a little grandpa.
Matt, your style looks like a Japanese guy, J-pop star. I do look.
He looks more Asian than I do. He looks more happy.
It does look like an Asian haircut going on and style. I mean, I could do my hair like
just took up a room. That's true, Len. That's so true. They were huge.
There, how about that? I could be Kramer.
No.
Come on, Jerry!
That scared me. I was not expecting you to do that. You miss your old... I miss the 98. I feel like Windows 98 was a great time.
That was the one that people didn't like in the tech community, I think.
I think I liked it because it was like, you know, when I was starting to like actually be conscious of things. Super conscious of things.
Yeah, 80s pop stat. You got some questions?
If animals could talk, which would be the most boring?
A sloth. They'd be the most boring to listen to.
Yeah, they would be. They'd be like,
Even if they had something interesting to say, I wouldn't be interested enough to sit through whatever they have to say.
Yeah, because I feel like lions would have pretty badass stories.
I still got my Game Gear. Oh, really? Bernard has a Game Gear?
I would love to have your Game Gear. I've been wanting a Game Gear. Again, I used to have a Game Gear. That thing took power. Those batteries, my dad had to like buy packs of batteries just to keep me entertained on an airplane because those Game Gears ate battery. I love the Game Gear.
Dogs, I already know what they think. How many people here switched from PC to Mac when Apple first came out? Not when they first came out.
Matt was such an Apple hater.
How many people here switched from PC to Mac
Matt
in
was
general?
An Apple hater.
I've just been walking on the fence these last couple years, though. I've been using Mac and PC.
Well, we have a PC because we game.
For video games, yeah.
But I would rather have a Mac lap. Well, actually, maybe not, because I might want to game when I'm traveling.
I like Windows 11. Mm-hmm. They fixed a lot of things. One of the reasons I didn't like Windows so much
Chris,
is because...
you were one of the first. Twice as many batteries as the original Game Boy. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, the Game Gear. 8 AA batteries that lasted 2 hours.
2 hours.
You bought like an entire pack of batteries to play that thing for 2 hours.
Oh, here's one.
Mac at home for me, PC at work.
Okay, I have one. What is one thing you wish could exist but doesn't at the moment?
What do you mean? Could exist but doesn't at the moment? I don't know.
For me, it would probably be like the teleporter.
I mean, I would say that, but is that going to take away the fun of, like, travel?
It might also...
Or are you talking about for packages?
No, I'm not talking about, like... Because, like, what if we were just like, let's go to Merm's house?
I don't know. Flying cars. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, Jelly. Flying cars is a good one.
Use more batteries on the Game Gear than I ever had
Any
in my
electronic
life.
devices ever. I agree.
Bought rechargeable batteries in the rechargeable battery pack. Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, You know what? Didn't we surpass the year that the Jetsons supposedly took price? I think Jetsons was in the early 2000s, right?
Joe, so strange. I'm the minority at work. Everyone but a few of us have PCs. Everyone has Mac Pro laptops.
I can understand for work, though, because they're so, like, streamlined.
Well, you know what's interesting? Yeah, I know. I mean, Joe's like a techie person, right? And that's how I was, too. And I, like, despised Mac as a techie person. But I don't know, the more I used it, the more I realized that it's designed better. Like, it's not all about the stats, you know? It's about usability. And I think for a lot of things, the Mac is much more streamlined. And it's cleaner looking. I'm kind of an aesthetic person. And Windows is not aesthetically pleasing at all. So, like different menus for all kinds of different things, and settings are buried and stuff. Everything's easy to do on Mac. It's my argument.
If you could be a fly on the wall, who would you want to listen in on?
For me, it probably would be Steve Jobs, speaking of Mac.
I would say
Probably in the earlier days. Steve Jobs, or maybe Bill Gates too, in the earlier days.
I would probably say Mr. Beast's, like, creative meetings.
Oh, right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It'd be so cool to, like, listen in on Mr. Beast's creative meetings. You'd probably learn a lot.
Yeah, I was impressed by somebody else's Mac when I told my dad I wanted one. He said, "Really? Why?"
Hey, if Willy Wonka can create... Well, actually, I guess Willy Wonka didn't successfully create a teleportation device. He was still trying to figure it out.
Hi, little me.
Yeah, I would love the teleporter, but science is scary. Just make travel cheap and safe. Yeah, that's what I think with the teleporter. Like,
boy. Come here.
it's one of those things where it's like, it's got to be really proven, you
You
know,
want to say hi to everybody?
before I'm going to want to use
Say
it.
hi. Oh, sweet boy saying hi. Oh, sweet boy says hi.
All my friends because they're far away from me. Aww. They are. We're really far away from you.
Say hi to the sweet boys.
He's just like, what
Hi,
the hell is
sweet
going
boys.
on?
Hi, sweet
What are you
boys.
doing?
What would you say, buddy? What do you think the golden age of the internet was?
Yeah, send me chocolate bars through TV. Yeah, I'm thinking teleporters for, like, objects first, like Amazon packages.
Oh, Grandpa.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, Grandpa's back.
This is quite an... Oh.
So Matt got this package yesterday from our sister. Our sister. That makes us sound related, which would be a problem because we're married. But my sister and my stepsister, my half-sister and stepsister came over yesterday to help us put up the tree. And they got Matt, like, a bag of snacks. So we're going to dig in.
You want to do them now?
There's potato chips.
They're all chips.
I told him he liked potato chips. So.
Okay, so they got a bunch of potato chips.
Oh, this looks American. Kettle cooked. Oh yeah, it's from Saratoga Springs, made in the USA. And then...
Is it... Oh, that's interesting. The back... That's not a sticker. It's actually written in Japanese, though. Look at that.
black pepper chips. This is like rice chips. Made with rice. This is like one of my favorite chips. Pizza potato chips. It's really, really good. And then this one is root veggie chips with Himalayan. It's got taro root, parsnips, batata. That's actually fun to say.
Batata?
Batata.
What's a batata?
I don't know what a batata is, but I love it. There we go. This looks like they'd have it at Trader Joe's.
Gotta go, Ray. Okay. Great stream. Sure, Ray. Sure. That's why you're leaving. Because it's such a great stream.
Like, it's been great, guys, but I gotta go.
Yeah, good job on the stream. Gotta go.
Gotta go. Sorry, guys.
No, he said he was at his...
Yeah, he's at his mom's house.
Yeah.
You miss Japanese chips.
So, what do we... So, a lot of these aren't super Japanese, actually, but...
They have 3D print items. And
vegetable chips, kettle chips, those are American.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Kelly. Welcome in. I'm having a great stream.
Usushiro?
Usushio. That's...
Shio chips.
That's
salt.
Lightly salted.
Lightly salted. This is black pepper. This is...
No, they don't have live trees here. This actually... Here, I'll show you guys the tree. Well, that's... Okay.
This is just salt. These are the only ones that are kind of like Japanese, but they're very popular. You might have had them before.
All right, let's go.
The pizza flavored.
Hi. How's it going? Hold on. Here we go. So this tree, they don't have live trees in Okinawa. Christmas isn't like a huge thing here, but this tree is from 1989. My parents got this the year I was born. This is probably the last year this tree will ever stand. These lights are also from like the 90s. I'm surprised they still work. I had to slap it on the ground a couple times to get them to turn on. But this is our Otaku tree. Our tree topper this year is a character from one of my favorite animes, Tokyo Revengers. We didn't have a tree topper, and I have this character sitting on my bookshelf, so Matt put him up there. And then so we got
Harry Potter.
Yeah, Harry Potter's up there. This is Neji from Naruto. We got
Naruto.
Yeah, we got like Pokemon.
And Pokemon.
Just in our tree. We got Princess Peach over here.
Here's Pichu. Oh, Okinawa used to have these. This is Luffy from One Piece on a seesaw holding a Goya.
Yeah, so these are like anime characters.
So it's Okinawan anime.
We got a seesaw over here holding a Sanshin.
Here's a magic card.
Do you like squid chips? I love squid chips. Looks like squid ink
Here's
chips.
a Cubode.
So this I made when I was like 4. My parents kept it because that's what parents do. And I've had this like Mickey ornament collection ever since I was a little kid. I'm missing Donald Duck though, and I'm really sad about it. I should try to see if I can find it on eBay or something.
Oh, here's Naruto with a giant Goya that says Okinawa.
Yeah.
I think
so
that's cool.
we my parents have their ornaments that look like this, but we like ours to have some class to it. And then we have the Lucky Charms elf just hanging out there.
That was from a Kellogg cereal box.
I don't think there is a Nemo, actually.
Oh, there's Naruto again on a seesaw.
Yeah. So that's our tree this year. There's I forgot what his name was. Choji with his potato chip bag because he always ate. And then there's Buddy with his tongue sticking out. Hi.
Oh yeah, you have the musical Mickeys.
Yeah, those are from like since I was born. The Otaku tree is awesome. I'm glad you like it.
Harry Potter. Yeah.
Yeah, Harry Potter. I've had that one for a long time. So that's what we did yesterday.
A lot of Naruto characters.
Yeah, so a lot of them are not ornaments. Like, none of these are, aside from like the actual Christmas ornaments, these are all just keychains and phone.
Princess Peach.
Yeah, these are all just keychains and phone charms that we just converted into.
Yeah, you can get them from the gacha.
Yeah, Matt wrapped these Pokemon figures on the tree, but we got Charmander over here just chilling. And here's a drunk cat. Yeah, those are all just those are just keychains and phone charms that we converted into ornaments.
Yeah, they're from the gacha machines. Gacha gacha. Because it makes a sound. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Shrimp chips are also great.
Shrimp chips are great. Oh, man. So that was our tree. We had a lot of fun. Careful he doesn't light the tree on fire with his tail. Hopefully he doesn't. Hi Susan, welcome in. Oh, you got your shirt. That's awesome. That's cool. I'm glad you
got
like it
today. Oh, cool. Yeah, our Ryukyu Black Friday sale is going on this weekend.
I'm really curious. Can I open this?
Yeah.
I'm really curious. This is the rice chip.
So, if you want any Ryukyu gear, this is definitely going to be the cheapest.
It'll be.
I literally put it down to pretty much as low as possible because our margins aren't that great on it. What? Huh? What are they?
They're rice chips. They're made out of rice.
Really? That doesn't sound like it'd be good.
It's not. I mean, it's okay. But
they just taste like
they just taste
lightly salted rice cakes.
That's what they taste like, huh? They just taste like rice cakes.
It's a rice cake.
But in potato chip form. Sean, welcome in.
Konnichiwa, Sean.
Dana, how was your trip?
Fun fact, I learned this and I thought it was insane.
Akiko, no. Japanese Cheetos are where it's at. I don't know what that was.
Konnichiwa, you don't actually spell it with a wa at the end. It's actually a ha. Correct?
I think so.
When you write it out.
Buddy can't have any.
It's kind of weird. But I learned, because I used to put that, Sean, just like that, konnichiwa. But you gotta put ha.
I don't know what that
Konnichiwa.
is. Yeah, you go up to people and you go, konnichiwa.
Well, yeah.
Exhausting. Well, it's good to have you back.
Yeah, like
welcome,
that.
Welcome. Yeah. I have a set of those Mickey ornaments.
I don't know why they do that.
You have the set? Oh my gosh, do you really? That exact one?
Really?
Because I'm missing the Donald Duck. I don't know where he went.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm missing one of the characters. Because I have Mickey, Pluto. That was my favorite ornament as a kid. I would never let anybody put that ornament one up. It was always...
Oh, yeah.
You lost 33 pounds in a month?
There's no Donald Duck. Dana.
Dana.
Oh, Dana's here.
You lost 33 pounds in a month from walking? Dana, I need to get on your program.
Had to flat. Man, those chips are like
Dry.
grain in my... I need
to lose that much weight too.
Okay, Dana. We need to hear about your Jordan Egypt.
Yeah, okay, so you guys, Dana is like this world traveling guru. Like she's all over the place. Can you give me a cup? Because I want some, oh, actually my that cup, just fill it up with some water. Hi, sweet boys. Sweet boys.
Man, those rice chips really get in your throat. Huh?
Yeah, they're really...
They're fine, but...
Oh wait, this says Diefenbach.
Ah, yes. German for chips.
It says Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvanian for chips.
I mean, Pennsylvania has the Dutch. It might be Dutch.
I don't know what's in Pennsylvania. I've
Well,
never been to
there's
Pennsylvania.
Popcorn, Pennsylvania that you won't let me go to.
Is that where it's at?
Or was it Indiana?
Indiana sounds more right.
There's a place in America called Popcorn. I don't know if it was Indiana or Pennsylvania, but Matt refuses to take me there.
I don't refuse. There's just a lot of other places that are...
Maybe Merv will take me.
She literally only wants to go because it's popcorn in the name. Let me tell you what's there.
Nothing.
A population of 12. That's what's there.
Really? There's nothing there. I don't even think they have a...
How many of you aspire to go to Popcorn, Pennsylvania, where the population's 12?
Hike 9 to 12 miles a day. That's crazy, Dana.
Hello from California, Bobby.
Yeah, I think I gained the 33 pounds. You know what? I don't think people actually lose weight. I think someone
Sick.
loses weight.
Cool.
And it just transfers to other people. I think it just distributes to other people.
Is that what happens?
Yeah, because I gained some of those pounds that Dana lost. Oh, your grandfather was born in Scranton, Pennsylvania, which is where The Office takes place. The American
really?
Office. They're from Scranton.
Huh.
I didn't even know Scranton was a real place.
Hey, Pennsylvania Dutch
Welcome
speak
in,
German.
Bobby.
Yes. The Dutch speak German. I'll go with you, Kit. Look at that.
See, Merm's got me.
Yeah.
That's why she's my girl.
I will go, but you don't have any places higher on your list to go to.
Popcorn, Indiana.
Yeah.
With a population of 12.
Yeah. Egypt was the best. Hiked tons of pyramids inside. Rode a camel in the desert at sunset. Balloon ride. What is this? This sounds like a plot to a movie.
I know, it's like National Treasure.
In the Valley of the Kings. Yeah, this is...
It's like you're filming with Nicolas Cage.
You're like looking for
the National Treasure.
the King Tut. You're like
a hidden scroll.
You're a documentarian.
You could be a documentarian.
That's pretty crazy. That sounds awesome. So Egypt was the best, huh?
That's amazing, Dana. Oh, it's Popcorn, PA. Mm-hmm.
Ah.
We will... No, Popcorn, PA. We will...
Yeah, it's a public announcement. Popcorn.
I like this one. This one tastes healthy.
That one tastes healthy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they all look different. These
Dutch,
are very
the Dutch know how to do it.
American looking. Like
They
you
are.
could get stuff like
It's from
this in
Pennsylvania.
America. Pennsylvania?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this one's, where's the camera? Let's get this.
That's probably taro. These are the kind of chips I do like, though.
Let me get the sweet potato. Sweet potato's orange. They do definitely taste different.
I like them. Merm, you could just make a homestead in Popcorn, Pennsylvania. Hi. Hello, would you like something? Maybe he wants some cookies?
Oh, you gotta get some buddy cookies.
Buddy, you want some cookies?
Oh, there he goes. He's running away.
He hasn't eaten his food.
Oh, that's a good question. Since Dana just went to Egypt and Jordan and she said 3 countries. Israel. Israel was the other one. What is your favorite country you've ever been to?
Well,
I feel like a lot of you are just gonna say like Okinawa, Japan, but
Hi. Okay, sit.
you could say Okinawa,
Sit.
Japan.
Excuse
However-
me. Stop being rude.
Give me also
Okay.
another one if you're gonna say that.
Come here. Come here. Come here.
I would
No,
like to
come
know.
here. Come here. Come here. Sit. Shake. Did you see that? He did it. Oh wait, the popcorn things are in the way. We just taught our dog to shake.
Oh, my mom said Switzerland.
I would like to go see Switzerland.
I didn't know that. Mom, I thought you'd say Germany.
Ready? Ready? Shake. Oh, such a smart boy. I love how he's already got his paw ready to go.
Yeah.
Buddy, shake. You're so smart. You're so smart.
I am 1 hour and 15 minutes from
Yeah, you get that
Popcorn,
one.
Pennsylvania. Oh, wow.
you get-
Susan only lives 1 hour and 15 minutes away.
Philippines. I'd love to see all these. Australia.
Susan said Okinawa, Japan.
Netherlands.
Australia, that's a good one. Netherlands, Okinawa.
Zealand. Oh man, you guys.
Philippines.
Actually,
Second is Germany. Okay.
I love how Okinawa is a country to everybody.
Oh, Madrid, Spain. Australia. New Zealand.
Okay. Actually, where's my phone? Matt,
Okinawa, that is the only place I've been.
Matt, where's my phone? Oh, I would love to see South Africa.
Cuba.
Actually,
Interesting.
Jelly. That's somewhere I would love to see. Is Cuba. I really, really want to go to Cuba.
Japan, because I miss Japan so much. When we were backpacking around Asia, we met tons of other travelers, right? We went to these really popular, like Bangkok and all those places are really popular for backpackers. You meet a lot of travelers that just travel the world. And I made it a point to ask all of them, what's been your favorite country? And tons of them said New Zealand.
Yeah.
And a lot of them actually said Japan too. But New Zealand, Japan, I remember were like the top two that seemed to come up a lot.
There was a question on here that kind of goes along with that, which is, what country would you least like to live in?
Least like to live in?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would have to be one that's like always warring, right? Like Pakistan or something.
Pakistan. It's unfortunate because Pakistan and all those places are actually really pretty.
Yeah, I like the history.
Pakistan has some really pretty sceneries. It's unfortunate they're so unstable.
Do they have? I mean, I guess every country would have really pretty sceneries, but
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't think Pakistan has that much compared to other countries.
Well, yeah, every country is pretty, but...
Oh, Lithuania. Yeah, I'd like to go to Lithuania too, actually. It's definitely a must. You would love it there, Jelly says.
Where?
Oh, Cuba.
Yeah, I would love to see Cuba.
Oh my, many to name. Oh, Iran. That might be what I'm thinking of. Yeah, Iran is the one that's constantly war. But Iran used to be Persia, right?
Hmm.
And I think that is really cool. Am I wrong? Is it not Iran? Am I wrong? Am I dumb? But anyway.
Iran. Yeah, there's definitely countries out there that I would love to see all of it if I could.
There's a girl I watch on YouTube, Lexi. So like,
Your grandparents came from Iran?
but she's the youngest person to travel to every country in the world.
Probably true.
She's 23 now, but she did it by the time she was 21. So, and she has a YouTube channel. And of course, she talks about travel, talks about all the countries, and anyway. Denmark was fun.
Did she go to North Korea?
Yeah, you have to get the award of every country. You can go to North Korea.
No, I know you can. They
It's
have tour packages.
Yeah, it's a very guided thing, but
New Zealand and Japan are both loved by earthquakes. Yeah, yeah. That's pretty true. I would like to go to those places though.
This music. I don't even know if they could hear it. We turned it down a bit.
How long do you think you'd survive in a zombie apocalypse, realistically?
If it just happened, like right now, until I run out of food.
You wouldn't like fight to look for food?
I mean, I'd attempt to, but I don't have a lot of faith in myself. I'd just be a zombie pretty immediately.
Well, at least they're eating.
Well, don't you just turn into a zombie? Isn't that how it works?
Yeah.
Deck the halls. Yeah, you could hear it.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. I'd like to think I would, but I probably wouldn't survive. But you know what? The people you think least likely to succeed in a zombie apocalypse usually do pretty good. At least in movies. Obviously, we haven't experienced it in regular life, but...
I feel like realistically, we're probably in a pretty good location for a zombie apocalypse.
We're in the middle of a city, sort of.
No, but I mean, if it broke out somewhere in the world, like Okinawa is civil enough, but also very isolated.
You know, I thought that.
And then also, we have lots of military here. So there's tons of...
Are you kidding? If there was a zombie apocalypse, the military would jet out. They would take all the Americans and jet out. If there's any natural disaster that is like about to destroy Okinawa, they would take everybody and jet out.
I don't think so.
They have an evacuation plan.
I don't know. Budapest, Hungary. Those are good ones. Did you give him some
Yeah, I gave him
stuff?
Did you see him do his handshake?
Yeah, he's so cozy. He's so comfy.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy. You're good boys. Oh, you're good boys. Handsome baby.
Let's see. Can zombies swim?
Also,
See, that is a very important question.
you know what? I also had faith that Okinawa would be good on a zombie apocalypse, but then COVID eventually got to us. So unless they shut their borders down like immediately,
I think Japan is usually a country that's extra careful. COVID's one thing, right? But if people were turning into zombies, I would hope that Japan would be like, all right, forget all flights.
no more ships.
Yeah, no more ships.
Ground military.
Because there was a period where Okinawa was completely free of COVID in the middle of COVID.
And the rest of the world.
And the rest of the world.
You know what ruined it?
Military.
Not just the military coming in, like not just the TDY, but also that Princess Diamond cruise ship. They couldn't dock it anywhere, so they docked it here. And then
Well, it was a military. It came from military, though, right?
Yeah, they ended up like bringing in a military group of like 1,000, and it ended up like a couple of them had the COVID, and then everybody got COVID.
Yeah, and that was one thing too. Is military at the time, of course, was not supposed to go out, but of course they do, right?
Well, it wasn't
military.
That they were bringing people in and out. They were like doing the exchange of people.
But like they weren't supposed to go out at night and stuff, and they did. Not that it's their fault. I don't blame them.
Really? Is that true? Because I heard from somebody else that there was an evacuation plan. He was some guy at church. I've never heard of zombie apocalypse at the time. So if a war broke out, they wouldn't jet you guys off the island? I thought especially like with world wars or wars and stuff, they would jet out all the dependents. I'm sure the military would have to stay and fight because they have a base here, but they would probably jet out the dependents, no?
I like how the comments are hitting that first.
Mm-hmm.
I try my best to throw them to the ocean. Absolutely not.
Huh.
Yeah, see, we skipped that comment.
Yeah, that's weird. Are we missing comments?
Akiko. We missed your comment on this one.
Interesting. Whew. Not gracefully. But that was in the 80s. Much could have changed. I don't know if there is enough planes to get everyone. I guess between the ships and the planes, they might be able to get everybody off the island. Phone died. No worries, we're still here. I don't know for how much longer, but we're still here. So next week, while you guys are here, I'll let you guys know. Next week, we're going to go to Camp Foster. They're doing an open gate for Comic-Con. So we're going to go to Camp Foster, walk around the Comic-Con event. I don't know how much of Camp Foster we'll be able to see, but we'll get to see a little bit of inside the base. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure to join us. I don't know if we'll see much of the base, to be honest, because they're doing an open base, which means
limited areas.
It'll be limited areas because locals will be coming on. So it's probably going to be like a specific side of the base, barely anything. But during the evacuation of Tripoli back in the 60s, they shipped those people all over Europe. Then they had to play Do You Know This Kid? No sound. Can people still hear us? Did our sound cut off?
Can you eat ice cream using your bare hands?
Okay, good.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you might have to refresh it.
Have you ever fallen asleep during class?
Yes.
Are you scared of horror movies?
Yes. But I love them.
If you can remove one color in the whole world, what would it be and why?
I like all colors.
As a designer, I could just name like a random color code and I would never notice. Color FFF676.
There's gotta be someone out there who knows what that is, right?
I don't think they'd know off the top of their head, but color codes are 6.
FFF.
Color FFF676 is what I said. It's that shade of yellow.
It's like a pastel yellow.
Yep. So, that's it.
Man,
Never see that again.
Goodbye, FF76376.
Oh, got it to work. That's good.
Man. We're so full now. We're just kind of... Yeah, last night would have been a fun live. We made sukiyaki. We should do that for a live.
Yeah, that would have been good. And we set up the Christmas tree.
Yeah. My sister is so shy, though. She would have never agreed to it.
She seems to be talking more. Maybe she's more comfortable.
Remove a primary color. Which color would you remove?
A primary color?
Sean, you're trying to...
A color code of a primary color? Or just the primary color?
Which primary color would you remove?
I don't know. I would like all of them. And they're all important to make other colors. How would that even work?
We just lose a specific hue, right?
I guess red.
Red's probably my least favorite.
Out of yellow and blue?
Yeah, I like yellow, I like blue, I like green.
Well, green's secondary, technically.
Yeah, secondary. Although now I'm looking at all my Harry Potter books, that means we'd run out of orange.
Yep.
And I really like the orange color.
But you'd have these colors.
Those colors, yeah. Wouldn't have purple.
Oh, what's the first thing you wash in the shower?
So I have a routine.
Yeah. I would imagine everyone's got a routine.
I wash my hair, then I wash my body, and then I condition my hair while I shave.
You what?
I wash my hair.
Okay.
And then I wash my body, and then I condition my hair while I shave.
Interesting.
Or are we talking about body parts?
I start with my head too. My hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you spend like 0.3 seconds on it.
And it's still clean.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Half the crayons would be gone from the box. That's very true. I love this. This is really good, important conversations we're having.
This is such an engaging conversation.
This is
between Superman and Goku. Who do you think would win a fight? See, I don't think a lot of people would know who Goku is in this chat, but Goku would win.
Superman.
Goku, a Super Saiyan?
Superman. The problem with Superman is the fact that
That's why I don't like him.
Yeah, because he's too powerful. The only thing that stops him is kryptonite. You can't have a being that powerful and be interesting. Like, he's not that interesting.
That's true.
Like, Batman and Iron Man are great because they're humans that are smart and they just have technology.
Now Scott knows who Goku is. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people do.
I don't wash my hair every day. I wash my hair maybe every 3 days.
Yeah, Superman always wins. That's a good point.
Although, yeah. Yeah, Superman always wins unless he's going up against kryptonite, so.
What will be nostalgic for people in 500 years? That's a dumb question because I feel like what would be nostalgic for people in 500 years would be whatever is 475 years from now.
Which nobody alive today.
Basically, like,
will be
after 25 years, things become nostalgic.
Nostalgia is nostalgic to you, right? It's memories for you.
Yeah.
So nobody here would be around 400 something years from now, so nothing would be nostalgic.
Yeah. As a kid, what was your favorite color?
Superman is only strong on Earth.
Oh, is that true?
Is that true? Yeah, it doesn't exist yet. I didn't know that. That's how you know I don't really keep up with the superhero stuff. Which do you guys prefer, if you do prefer anything, Marvel or DC? Who has the better set of superheroes?
Oh yeah, Marvel or DC? I like DC because I like Batman, and I'm kind of over all the Marvel movies.
Yeah, I don't care to ever see a Spider-Man again in my life.
They've been milking that for the last 10 years, and I'm like,
we've had 3 different Spider-Man actors in the last 3, like.
I would honestly say about 10 years. Last maybe 7 or 8 years. I've been like really just. By 2015, I was like, okay, that's enough superhero movies.
Yeah, it was cool at first, but now it's just like whatever. Anything is true. Comic books, they are crazy.
Although I know Merm watches all the superhero
Marvel
stuff. Marvel. Yeah, big Marvel fan.
But doesn't the sun...
Are you getting sick of it though? Merm?
Doesn't the sun extend
Is there
to other
some little
planets?
part of you that's like, it's kind of enough of superheroes? I mean, maybe you love it. I don't know. But just a little bit of you.
I think...
You're just like, okay, let's try something
I think
else.
I want some substance.
Are you going to answer that?
Yeah, I know what it is. It's Lawson's.
Oh, okay. He gets his superpowers from our sun, huh? Is Thor DC? Thor is also Marvel. Anything in any current superhero movie is Marvel. So if they have a movie about it, it's Marvel. Because I don't think DC has really made any movies recently. They just keep going back to Batman. And or DCM, yeah. DC has they also do Aquaman, right? And Wonder Woman? No. Yeah? No. Damn it, I don't even remember now. I've enjoyed Marvel since 2019. Except the last Spider-Man. Oh, I have not enjoyed Marvel since 2019. Yeah. You realize that I'm a 68-year-old and Spider-Man has been around since I was 7. I believe he's ours. That's true. They've done tons. Spider-Man has been around a long time. Obviously, Superman has, like, all these guys have been around a long time and they've been rebooted multiple times. But I'm just thinking this specific reboot has been going on, I think, longer than any of them, right? Because like when I think of, I don't know, old Superman movies or old Batman movies, like there's only like 4 or 5, right? And then they redo it. Meanwhile, Marvel has had Iron Man, the same Iron Man, like I don't know, since 2008 when Iron Man came out. Okay, Thor is my favorite because his costume is very nice. I do like it. They're all too, let's sell merchandise and mess up the storyline. DC made Black Adam this year, dude. Oh, really? I don't know what that is. They've got another Superman movies on the way. Batman and Captain America are nearly 100 years old. Holy crap. Iron Man did die. What? Are you ruining it? Spoilers? They just came out with their Iron Man and Black Panther, Iron Heart. I don't know any of this stuff.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what's going on. Thor is not DC. He is Marvel. Thor is also really nice to look at.
Sorry. Scott's saying spoilers here.
You didn't know Iron Man died?
No, just kidding. Yeah, I saw Endgame.
You did?
Yeah. Did you?
No.
You didn't.
No.
I watched it alone. It was fine.
You know what I also haven't seen? The last Star Wars.
in the newest trilogy.
Yeah, kind of interesting.
I'm also burnt out from Star Wars.
Yeah, Disney. I like Disney, but they're also like pumping out movies, and it's just like, okay, that's a lot.
See, the problem is a lot of these shows and movies these days, like, they're not giving enough time for movies to settle in before another one's out.
I think they're also kind of rushing them where the movies aren't as good as they could be.
Exactly.
In my opinion. I think I liked the first Star Wars they did.
Yeah, Disney is horrible.
The Force Awakens.
I have not seen Space
one.
Sweepers. What is that? I've been watching Star Trek: The Original Series. That's what I've been watching.
Let's see, what else
and I've also been binging Paranormal Activity.
What do you guys like doing? Like, what is,
Watching us, of course.
Yeah, but I mean,
like,
okay, everyone put down, like, not what you do in an average day, but if you're trying to do something fun, what is it that you do? Like, what do you do for fun? You're trying to enjoy yourself.
My friend said I don't want to watch Fantastic Four. I don't even watch 1, 2, and 3.
That's pretty good.
Should we... What if this live just ended up with us just reading Dr. Seuss books?
It might come down to
that. How many of you guys would like me to read you Hop on Pop?
Okay, wait a minute. Let's see. Crafting. Susan likes crafting. Casino. Snowboarding.
Snowboarding is some
okay.
Game, cook, merm, photography.
Hey, those are good.
Yeah, those are really good.
Man, you guys have hobbies. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I wish we had some of those.
I kind of have hobbies.
Yeah. Yeah, photography's cool. I'm retired now. I do nothing for fun. That's true. That's a good point. Once you're retired, nothing is the fun.
Japanese tea ceremonies. I've always wanted to be a part of one. My aunt used to do that.
Oh, building model cars.
Sean, for some reason, you seem like a concert kind of guy. Or does that say concrete?
Gardening, hiking, traveling. Not on a plane for 20 hours, Data says.
I love being on airplanes. I don't know why, but I love airplanes. I love the feeling of being on an airplane.
I mean,
I'd probably love it more if I was in first class, but I
don't think it's the airplane that's the exciting part. It's the like
midsection
to like traveling. You know what I mean?
No, I find airplanes comforting. Like
no, you don't.
I love the ambient noises.
Okay. Producing music.
Jelly.
Okinawa Sunshine too.
I remember hearing that.
Nothing for fun. Live music. That's really cool. Gardening, hiking, traveling. Yeah, this is... Let's see. I love traveling, even though we don't do it very often. And video games. Seems like a very our age thing. We used to do a lot of stuff, then now we don't.
We used to rock climb.
Yeah, we used to rock climb. This may sound boring, but I mean, I used to be really into like business.
I like the creative process of business.
Creative process of like building a business and making a business.
We're really good at starting one.
Yeah.
Because we enjoy that part.
As you guys probably know, we've started many adventures that you guys have been a part of too. We gotta just stick to some now. 2,000-piece jigsaw puzzles.
I love jigsaw puzzles.
Yeah, I'm not a puzzle person.
I don't do them often, but I love jigsaw puzzles. I would love to go skydiving.
Going to concerts is fun. And cultural events. Concerts, I used to do that as a teenager, early 20s and
you
stuff.
You did go to a lot of concerts.
And I wouldn't mind going more, actually.
What's one hobby you used to have that you wish you still had?
I'd like to get into anime. And I know I keep saying that, but...
That seems so attainable, though.
Yeah. You mean something I used to do that I don't do anymore?
Like, for me, it'd be reading. I wish I read as much as I used to.
I mean, I used to make fun little films with friends.
Yeah.
That was fun.
We kind of do that on YouTube, but it's more like that's more like Japan-related content. Yeah, I wish I did a lot more filmmaking. I wish I did more writing and reading. I used to do a lot more of that when I was younger.
I played Getting Over It.
How was Getting Over It? Every time
that?
I watch people play that, I get so frustrated.
What is that?
It's this guy who sits in like a pot or a cauldron, and Mary plays it sometimes, but you basically have to utilize this guy and try to get over things with his hammer. But...
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I get so frustrated watching people play that.
Those kind of games really do frustrate me. Kind of like puzzles. Kelly, 2,000-piece jigsaw. I literally, just watching someone doing a puzzle, I'm like, this is ridiculous!
I didn't build the truck model because I didn't realize when I bought it that you have to paint your own truck model.
Oh.
And I was like, I thought it came colored. I don't want to have to paint it.
We bought this at that store that one time.
Yeah, the hobby shop. I think Dan went with us, right?
Yeah, Dan was there. Of course, we went to go see Dana's apartment.
That was the same stream, yeah. I would it would be fun to put these together. I do enjoy the process, but...
I mean, you don't have to paint it. You could just put it together.
I don't know, it doesn't... Just a white car.
Yeah, it looks dumb, though, without painting it. So you need
to
buy paints, too.
The thing is, like, I would paint it and probably have fun with it, but then I would never make it again. So I'd hate the idea of buying paint to just paint this and never touch it again, you know what I mean?
I laughed so much. My son was watching me and he laughed so hard.
I like to stream. I like streaming
the Getting Over It.
Yeah. I like streaming video games.
I've been awesome. Usually go to one a week during the summer. Oh, geez. Man, Dana, you are living a life, let me tell you.
Yeah. Dana's...
Yeah, traveling.
I'm very curious about Dana, because Dana has some interesting... Like, she's in Jordan.
Yeah, she's traveling all over the place, going to concerts once a week.
You live in the life.
It costs 800 yen? What does? Wait a minute.
My kit.
Yeah, the kit. Yeah.
It was like $5.
Snorkeling in Oki. That's right. Actually, that's something we haven't done.
I snorkeled. I want to...
Oh, snorkeling. Yeah. Snorkeling.
I want to dive.
Diving. Still haven't. Oh, Dana's retired.
Yeah, but you're retired, but you like have the ability to go and do a lot of these cool things.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I brought back a few models from Okinawa at the same store that you brought that truck.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's right. I think we went in there because he asked specifically.
Yeah, that was cool. The guy let us film in there. That was
I was
cool.
Surprised.
I
will say though, the Iejima trip that we went on, where we took the ferry to the Iejima, like I loved that feeling of like, even though we were just on a ferry going like a 15-minute ferry ride, I loved the feeling of being somewhere I normally don't go to.
Yes, retired. I own my own business in Houston. Okay. I'd like to talk to her about that. Like I just said, I've been into business.
We really like business. We like talking about business. We like talking about marketing. Like, honestly, when we're not doing this, most of the time is both of us spent just trying to talk business, ideas, marketing. Like, that's pretty much what we do nowadays.
I mean,
that's kind of our hobby now.
Yeah. A lot of you might not know, I guess. Maybe you do.
We need to travel together.
But our history in California, we owned a real estate photography and video company where we would go and help real estate agents picture their houses when they go for sale.
Well, we started off as real estate agents.
We were real estate agents, and then we went into the photography of real estate and the video. So we would basically help them market their properties, right, through video and photos. And
we did that for about 5 years.
And we actually became
the #1 photography company.
Well, the second largest in
Sacramento.
In Northern California-ish. Because there wasn't really anything above us.
There was one more company above us, I think. We were neck and neck with that company.
No, I mean actual location in California.
Oh, yeah.
All of Northern California.
Bay Area probably had some bigger ones, but
yeah.
In Sacramento, we were pretty much.
But it was funny because I remember Yelp contacting us all the time, and they're like, "Yeah, you could." They contacted you all the time. They're like, you can pay us, and we can market you. And we're like, "We're already #1 on your website by doing nothing."
Yeah, Yelp was. Yelp was hard. They would blow up my phone at least 2 to 3 times a day, asking us to pay them, and I hate Yelp so much.
I'm gonna delete these.
Sorry, guys, about those.
There we go.
But it started off with just 3 of us, and then 5 years later, we had a team of 12.
It's an old-fashioned meat market.
12 or 13 people.
63 years now, open 7 days a week. Oh, that's a great business. Why stop? So that's kind of complicated. Well, not really. Basically what happened is we were doing that for a while, pretty successful, saved up a lot of money, and ended up traveling in 2017 and 18, we traveled for 8 months, just backpacking all over. And when we got back, just because we had traveled around, traveled the world, I guess, we were just far less interested in doing that business because it's very location based. And just over time, it was
it wasn't just that. We kind
of got burnt out.
I think what happened is, if I was to be fair, there was a couple things that happened. #1 is I wanted to move back to Okinawa.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to move. We wanted more flexibility, and like Matt said, it was very location based. But I think also another thing that happened is at the time, because it was our first really I guess quote unquote successful business, we were still pretty naive at the time too, and I think there was some part of us that didn't have the grit to keep going when things got boring. Not boring, but we just kind of got burnt out.
I think it was for me after traveling, it was coming to the realization of this isn't something I want to do for the rest of my life.
We also kind of ended up building the company in the way that
I think we could have fixed a lot of it, but there was a lot of things. By the time
we got back, we just weren't into it.
There was a lot of things I just didn't like about it. Because we traveled, we're oh man, I want to be able to do this more,
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to do it. That's why I like this live in Okinawa, because we could just do it from the phone wherever we are,
Well, I think eventually we also kind of wanted to start doing more internet business stuff.
Internet business, we wanted to get into.
We wanted to be more flexible.
Mm-hmm.
With our time, with our locations. We didn't want to be tied down to one place.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we did that for 5 years, built it up. It was fun while we did it.
Yeah, I deleted the spam, Bernard. Had fun watching your lives. Time for you to go to bed. Okay, Akiko. Have a good night. But yeah, it was just and then at a certain point too, once you start one business and make it successful, it's you start to feel well, I could just do this again, right? You've learned the skills. So you're I could build a business, and I I could build another business in something I'm more interested in. So it like becomes easier to leave too, because you're like, well, I built it, so we could do it again.
Yeah, we haven't quite replicated the same amount of success we have.
No, not at all.
But
that's why we need you guys to share all this.
Well, no, I think a lot of that though is us. We
don't really.
It was our lack of like focusing, and we kept jumping around on things the last 3 years. But I think a lot of that too was we were trying to find our space again. Like, what did we want to focus all of our attention into? And so it took, to the rest of the world, it probably looked like we were just jumping from one thing to another, which we were. But I think a lot of that is we were trying to figure it out.
Trial and error.
And I think we actually kind of started nailing down what it is that we wanted.
Yeah. I think I've been really hesitant because the reason we left that other business is because we worked 5 or 6 years building it and then realized that it wasn't something we wanted to do, which is why we've been so much more careful as to what we put time and effort into, because we don't want to get into that situation again.
Well, it was that too, but I think another thing it was I wanted to put my attention into something that really gave people something, whether it was entertainment or a feeling of some sort. I wanted to give back in some sort of way and find something that I could do that in. Because with real estate photography, we were just dealing with real estate agents.
Yeah. Okay, Dan, gotta go to bed. I know, we're so boring. Just talking business now. I find it cool that you guys shared the same experience, came out with similar perspectives. Yeah, I think it was a little bit, we've discussed it a lot at this point, but I think we have our own things that are, like, one of my main concerns is not starting a business I don't want to end up in again. And one of yours is more like I want to hire the right people or something, But, yeah. Let's see here. What else?
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff we could talk about forever. But I don't
we could talk about this stuff a long time.
Yeah, but we don't want to bore you guys because it can get pretty boring. Nice wee flops.
But I think, let's see, what else?
Well,
man, we've already been at it for 2 hours. Holy crap.
We could probably start calling it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because I know you're going to hop on call with Myrn to help her find a computer.
Oh, yeah. Miss Myrm. I'm going to call you. Not boring, just old age. Okay. Have you ever fired a gun?
Yes.
Yes. I'm sure most people in the chat have at this point.
Guns are fun. I don't have anything against them.
The thing is, we're talking to a bunch of Americans, and we're talking to a bunch of military.
Yeah.
So, Myrm hasn't though.
No.
Oh no! Wait.
Yeah, she's
responding to something else.
She can't.
Yeah. Where does prune juice come from? Prunes or dried plums? Okay, that's weird.
I guess it just comes from plums, right?
I looked at my money and I think I want to wait on it a little longer. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, no, not the gun. Okay, she's talking about the computer.
If you have the money, now is a good time. I bet you there's some Black Friday deals.
Well, Black Friday maybe not, but Cyber Monday is in 2 days.
You know what? We should still jump on Discord, though, and play some video games.
I think her computer died, though. Oh, no, she plays on PlayStation.
Yeah, we can play on... You can jump on Discord on your phone. That's what Sean does. Jumps on the phone, just talks on Discord, has the phone sitting there.
That's what she does too.
Yeah, and then just plays on the PS4 or whatever. Rifle, shotgun, pistol. Susan hasn't fired a gun.
There should be a better question than guns that we could end with.
Yeah, let's...
Final good question. Let's see here.
Okay.
Everyone asks the same thing.
Yeah, I know. I want to like make this unique.
Oh, here. What would you do with your 15 minutes of fame?
I don't like that question. But if you guys want to Overwatch, I'm in. I'm in too.
What business pitch would you make if you were on Shark Tank?
What business pitch would you make if you were on Shark Tank? I mean, I could talk about that, but I don't know.
Well, I asked it specifically because I knew you would have something to answer.
I don't really have any idea, to be honest.
Okay.
Because I feel like Shark Tank would be, it's more...
Like product based?
Yeah, like products that are unique or services that are unique.
Would you rather live in the 1800s or the 3000s?
Oh, actually, I have a question.
Okay.
On that note. So, okay, guys, this is a good question, and it's always like I want to see what you guys say. Would you rather be the richest person in the world 100 years ago, or just live an average life today? I'm going to make it more interesting. I'm going to say...
Average life today. What is the average you're talking about?
I think...
In a first world country?
Just because more people would say... I'm going to say... Yeah. So the richest person in 1922... Would you rather be the richest person in the world in 1922? Or live an average life today?
1922.
Today. That's what a lot of people say. And that's why I wanted to make it a little more interesting. Like, what if I said 60 years ago or 75 years ago or something?
You keep changing the question.
Well, I'm trying to think of like, when would it even out? Well, okay, that's the question then.
Average life today.
When would you consider being the richest person instead of having the average life today? Would it be 50 years ago?
I would say no.
60 years ago?
I think the connectivity and the places that we can go in current state would be the best.
Well, I mean, if it was only like 10 years ago, I'd rather be the richest person. You know what I mean?
10 years ago?
Yeah. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Then an average life, just 10 years ago? 2012?
No, you keep changing the question. There was you were like, well, what era would you rather be the richest person? I'm answering that question.
Yeah.
That would be today. I would rather be rich today.
No, I'm talking about like, because I said 100 years ago, what's the longest you'd go back where your answer would be the richest person? You know what I mean? So 100 years ago is too long. Most people would rather live an average life today. But how long would it need to be where you're like, okay, I'll be the richest person? That's my question.
I would say 10 years ago.
I'm rich without money.
That's a good answer, Susan.
That is a good answer. Richest person in 1922 was probably too lost it all in the crash. Oh. Was it, it was probably,
yeah, because I think when did Great Depression happen? Or the Depression happen?
Yeah, that's a good point, though. Money doesn't bring happiness. It makes life easier, stress more. Yeah, I guess that's another thing.
See, that's the thing is, I think money amplifies what you already are a lot of the time. And it does change some people, but I do think that money doesn't bring you happiness. But if you think about all the stresses that it relieves.
Well, that's what all the...
Because if you think about all the things that people have an issue with these days, right? Like, they're struggling to put a roof over their head, food on the table, all those things. Those can be alleviated with money.
Well, yeah, that's what all the, like, the billionaires and millionaires talk about. It's like, you know, they just talk about, like, yeah, money isn't really the thing that makes you happy. It just amplifies what you already are. If you're still like, it's like one of those things where it's like there's 7 areas of life, you know? Finance is only one of them, right?
Right. You have to have, I think it was, well, like Tai Lopez always says, health, wealth, and happiness.
Yeah.
And so if like the other pillars of your life isn't good,
but
money's
the
not going
other
to do
7
anything.
areas are like relationship and spiritual
and health.
Yeah, but
that's what Tony Robbins talks about. The 7 areas of your life.
But yeah, I agree. I would say because of the world we live in now, though, many of the problems people have can be solved or alleviated by money, though.
After my sister's house fire, it's brought into perspective who what's
really
important. I agree. I think you do. When you go through a tragic shift like that, it really does make a difference, especially when you lose people in your life. But I will say this, especially going through like a lot of the health crises my family is going through right now. There's a lot of things where I do wish I had money, because there's a lot of things I would do to help my family. Like I would love to retire my mom. You know, she's 63, and she's nowhere near being able to retire.
Yeah, she owns a pharmacy here, and she just works like every day.
Yeah, she works like a dog
because she has so many bills piling up from like
and she also
medical stuff.
And she also has to cover my uncle's medical expenses and stuff.
That's the thing.
So like, if I had the money, the first thing I would do is retire my mom. That's like the first thing I would do.
Mm-hmm.
I think what I want out of money changes the more I grow older. I think like in my early 20s, it was all the materialistic things, but now it's more like, I would love to have like, you know, like a nicer house and stuff, but more than anything, I would love to be able to take care of the people around me. I think also when we start having kids, if I had money, or if we had money, we would have the ability to stay home and really be with our kids.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I think the things that people don't think about are the things that become most impactful with what money can get you. Like people always think like, well, I don't need a Lamborghini or a big house. It's like, well, that's not really the thing that's going to change your life though, you know?
Well, yeah.
It's going to be more like retiring your family or buying the medical expenses. It's more about making people around you happy.
Investing in other people's dreams.
Yes.
Like if somebody had a really good dream and they're like, I really want to do this. And they're like, I'm really passionate about this.
Yeah, they were dedicated to doing something. I'd love to have
like be like, all right, here's some money. Go do it.
Here's 10 grand.
Yeah, do your thing.
Do your thing. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, investing in other people's dreams.
I should plug my phone.
Hi, Jess. Yeah, today we were just hanging out.
Here's
So, I think money is a problem for people who aren't grounded. You know what I mean? I think.
Well, because I think about, you know,
grounded you are.
My friends, and I can fully admit that I have met and have some friends.
I agree with you, Dana. You do have to be careful of the friends you keep when you have money.
Where it's like, I have some friends that are super, you know, like they have problems, right? And no amount of money is going to solve their unhappiness or, you know, whatever. Right? They need to work on themselves.
Yep.
So it's not what everyone. Hopefully that's charging. I guess it is.
Money. I don't think it's really money that's the problem. It's people's reaction to money that's the problem. People just have really bad reactions to money. It's like when people win the lottery.
Well, I agree with money just amplifies what you already are.
Mm-hmm. So if you already have problems.
If you haven't like worked on yourself and you already have like
a lot of issues,
bad traits,
it just amplifies it.
It's just like you're just going to do more of
that.
You will have the ability to do more of what you already do, you know?
Yeah, I think it really depends on the person who is individually.
Yeah. Because money's just a tool. Is all it is, right? It's not. It's not inherently good or bad.
Just amplifies who you are. That's why I think a lot of people definitely need to work on themselves. Well, that's why a lot of successful people say you got to work on
money's
yourself.
Money's just a tool. That's how you use it. I agree. Well, that's one of the things, right? It's like a hammer. A hammer can build you a mansion, can build a house or a museum or something. Or it can also kill a man.
Yeah.
You know?
I have a question for you. If you could change one thing in the world, what would you change? That's a hard question.
Change one thing in the world? I got an answer.
The education system.
That's what I was going to say.
I think our education system is flawed. It's completely useless.
Yeah. I would also say, well, my only example is the American, right? American education system.
No, I mean, I wouldn't even say Japan. I think what needs to get taught in schools is
they're lacking a lot of subjects that are really important.
More financial education needs to be implemented so people understand.
No war. Yeah, I do kind of feel like a lot of that might trickle down from the education, though, Susan.
Well, the people who
maybe I'm wrong, but
the people who create the wars,
if educated properly, war may not be an issue.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because wars are created by people who already went through the current education. Like kids grow old to become, but I think that all boils down to education. I think I don't see a problem with people having differing opinions, but I think people hating people for having differing opinions is where the problem is, right? Mm-hmm. Like, instead of being, I don't know, people are just too judgmental. Everyone's like involved in other people's lives and judging other people, and it's like you should worry about yourself first.
There's that guy on YouTube. He's Casually Explained. He's like this comedian that does animated shorts on like life. And he does one where he talks about just life in general. He does an animation on it, and he's like, if life were a video game, he's like, yeah, the first 18 years, you're in the tutorial stage of the video game. And then once you finish the tutorial, you realize that it has nothing to do with the actual game. Just schooling. Which is true. You get out and you're like, well, all that stuff I learned, most of it doesn't help me actually live life.
The first 18 years really, there really isn't a huge focus to prepare people for life.
Yeah. It's true though.
They just do
you get out and you're like,
and then all of a sudden
you need to know how taxes work and how like loans and money and cars and how to rent things.
Like what would be a more useful subject is how banks work. Or like,
well, not just money. I think there's a lot of like, going back to those other things like relationship stuff.
Yeah, relationships, working on yourself, being more self-aware.
Oh, health stuff. Like health is very slacking.
It really makes me sad.
In fact, they're talking about taking away physical education.
And I'm like, we need more of that.
That's the only physical, and that wasn't even like what we needed to know.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like we need to know more about like
how the body works.
Well, I mean, I guess we kind of have that, but it's more about what you should be doing to help your body, not just
instead of teaching an
general biology system of like dissecting a frog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nowadays, no more respect, especially young people. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm probably biased, but I do kind of feel like the 90s was the last great generation. Even my dad thinks so, though. Because in the early to mid 2000s, it was kind of like everyone started having internet access and smartphones and stuff. And like prior to that, we had it, but it wasn't a big part of everyone's life. You know what I mean?
It just makes me think about like Will Smith. Remember when a few years ago when his son was making dumb comments on Twitter. It's like, what the problem I think is more that it's okay to have ideas because you have to formulate your own ideas and grow up and be independent. Mm-hmm. But the problem now is that everybody can put their ideas out into the world. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, I guess, but it can cause a lot of issues. So when you have people who haven't experienced life as much go out into the world saying certain things, you're like, wait a minute, but that's not, when you become an adult, you realize that's not how life works. You're only sharing your ideas in a limited capacity of what you understand.
Thanks, guys. I have to go to bed. Mom's in the hospital. I need to be there early. Oh, I'm sorry, Susan.
I'm sorry to hear that. I hope she's okay.
Well, have a good night.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Thank you for joining.
A lot of schools don't teach cursive anymore. That's very true.
Yeah.
And it's so intimidating when it goes onto the internet. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I also think drugs are a huge problem too. We'll be praying for her, Susan. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Well, I guess it would be if she's in the hospital, but.
Yeah, well, those are our thoughts. I guess the more you grow up, the more you change your perspective on things.
I think each decade that you live, you learn a lot more. Especially, I think in my 30s, I take things seriously, a lot less seriously than I used to.
Yeah.
What was a problem before isn't a problem now.
Yeah, we've spent a lot of time working on ourselves the last 10 years. I can say that for sure about myself. Everything I didn't like about myself, I feel like I really worked hard on changing.
I think there's still a lot of things that I could change about myself. Like, I'm definitely a constant improvement. I don't think there's ever going to be a time where I'm like...
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like, yep, I'm perfect now.
And I actually hope I never do.
Yeah.
I hope there's always something that I could achieve to be better at as a person.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy. Buddy's perfect, though. Buddy's just as perfect.
My only problem is I'm a bit cocky. But other than that, I'm perfect.
You're like, my only problem is I'm just so perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got nothing to strive for.
I'm a bit full of myself. But other than that, I'm perfect. They don't teach telling time in school. They only have digital. Oh, yeah, I think that's actually funny, Scott. They do the... have you seen that? There's like TikToks where they show like these people are like 18, 19 years old. They're like, what time is it? And they show up a regular clock and they're like, I don't know.
This reminds me of, there's this, I gotta show you guys this TikTok.
You two give us old folks some hope in the world. Oh, thanks, Dana. Although I feel like we're kind of the old folks too. I was just saying, I think we're part of the last good generation. Anyone below us is not with you anymore. I'm at an age where I feel like, 33, I honestly I feel like I'm right in the middle. Like, I don't know who I relate to more now.
Yeah.
Obviously, when I was younger, I related to younger kids more. But now I see younger kids and I'm like, I think I relate to 50-year-olds a lot better. I get it, you know? My mom used to say it's too bad that they can't be as perfect as we are. That's pretty good. I agree, Dana. Yep. Yeah. Because we were kind of the last generation, like I said, that didn't grow up with a smartphone in our pocket throughout schooling and stuff.
As I'm scrolling this.
I mean, yeah, now we have smartphones, but...
I'm just trying to find this video that I saw because somebody mentioned a clock and it's really funny.
I thought this was, this is kind of an amazing thought to me, is, I'm glad I grew up in the era I did because I got to experience, using a landline and remembering people's phone numbers and using telephone books and reading magazines. And I think that's so amazing because everything now is changing so fast, but those things have been done the last 100 years prior to when we were alive, and we still got to experience it, right? Now, no one will know what that is, and things are changing so fast that it's like, you know, the tech stuff, like things have a longevity of 5 to 6 years, and then it changes. So it's not that amazing to be like, oh yeah, I experienced MySpace. It was around for 3 years. It's like, it's not a big deal. But we experienced phone numbers and magazines, and
floppy
you know,
disks.
Not floppy disks, but those things, like, we experienced a way of life that has been being lived for like 100 years.
Yeah.
Versus a way of life now that only lasts 3 to 5 years. You know what I mean?
Blockbuster.
That's not 100 years old either, but you know what I mean. I don't know.
I was gonna say,
Grow up in the 80s. Oh, you grew up in the 80s. I miss it.
I miss
Using
the 90s.
road maps. Yep, road maps.
Actually, when I took my driver's license test, one of the last tests in order for me to get my driver's license was to read a road map, like pick a route based, like after looking at a road map and making sure that I go through. Even at the time when I was doing this, though, I was like, but we got GPS. I don't know why we're doing this.
They don't teach us how to read sundials anymore. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Eventually, if the world goes the way it does, we'll probably end up going back to sundials.
That is a good point. I guess when like the clock was invented, people were probably making fun of people like, what, you can't read a sundial? Now it's digital clocks. Like, what, you can't read a regular clock? They're called Furbies. I know Furbies.
I love Furbies.
Can you imagine not having the internet? We wouldn't have Matt and Kit.
We are the
Well,
best
that's
part
so
of the
nice.
internet. I'm just joking.
Welcome to the corner of the internet. That's the best.
Oh, Japan won the World Cup. That was pretty cool. Or the World... No, they didn't win the World Cup. They beat Germany.
Yeah, that's the first time ever or something.
So next week we'll be going to Camp Foster to attend Comic-Con. We're not really interested in the Comic-Con bit, but it was the only way we could get close to getting inside the base, so that's why we're going.
Yeah, it's open gate, so we're just going to go and film. And I'm sure everybody will be filming because it's Comic-Con, so...
I mean, it's going to be a very small section of the base, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it'll be like, but if you're interested in Comic-Con...
The more I eat this, the more I like it.
And or Camp Foster, it's going to be a good one. Or just any camp in general, really. Because this might be our only chance to get on to a base.
Yeah, I'm not really good with maths either. So I can't really get on. I'm a calculator girl. Yeah, it's really not about Comic-Con. Because most of you guys know this, but the reason we don't do anything on base is because we don't want to break security stuff. Because, you know, everything over in the military is very tight. But Comic-Con is open gate in certain small sections of it. So, like Ocean Breeze and stuff on Foster. So we're like, okay, we could at least get on the military base, maybe show off a little bit of the base.
Yeah. Oh, and that's that, like, joke where, like, when I was in school, you'd be in math class and then you'd use the calculator. And your teacher would be like, yeah, but you have to solve it without a calculator. You're not gonna
Always have a calculator.
You're not gonna always have a calculator in your pocket wherever you go. And now people are like, boom! Not only do I have a calculator, I can text an Asian kid to solve the problem for me.
Not me, though. I'm the only Asian
Yeah.
kid that can't do math.
I could find an Asian kid on the internet to even solve the problem. I don't even have to use the calculator.
We were in Disney California Adventure last week, and Grand Californian Hotel has a bank of vintage dial phones to call internal numbers. My 13-year-old grandson and his friends had so much fun with those phones. We almost...
Oh.
That's great. Man, I missed those vintage. Bye, Oliver. Well,
Oh, yeah, Oliver's gonna watch the replay.
We should probably get going too.
Yeah, man, this has been a really long live for us just sitting here.
Yeah. I had fun though. I like just sitting here talking sometimes.
Over 2.5 hours.
Because like for me, I can't really get involved in the lives when we're out and about because I'm usually driving.
Yeah, this was more entertaining than I thought it was going to be.
And I get ADHD, so I get distracted by my surroundings, so I don't focus on the live. So this is great because we get to sit down and talk.
And Merm will get on Discord and play some Overwatch. You want to play? A little bit? Couple games?
I kind of want to play Project Zomboid. I've been wanting to play Project Zomboid.
Well, what can Merm play? She doesn't have a computer, right?
Well, you don't play Project Zomboid.
I'd rather play Overwatch anyway. Well, I don't know what some Project Zomboid is. Zomboid.
It's a
Zomboid.
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 I miss streaming.
Man, look at this. I had 2 of my milk teas.
You have a problem.
I need a pee. Oh, buddy's leaving.
You know what I would really like to do? I'd like to watch some Star... You know what we could probably do? Is get Merm on, and then we could all Discord watch Star Trek together. Doesn't that sound like fun? Watch William Shatner and... No? No? Okay.
My dad was stationed on Kadena Air Force Base. I told him about you guys last night. He's anxious to watch your YouTube videos. Oh, okay. Oh, that's something to mention. Guys, by the way, you may or may not have noticed, but...
See, Mary, it's so good to have you back on, Mary. I'm glad we're on the same, different time zone now.
We've been doing a lot on the YouTube channel lately. So
we put out like one different type of video.
Well, we're planning on doing a lot on the YouTube channel.
We have a ghost hunting one that we're putting up this Wednesday.
Yep. Don't say anything more about it. It's coming out really good though.
We found a ghost! No, I'm just kidding. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, we're putting together some good... And we did the taste test. How many of you guys watched the...
Cup noodle taste test?
Cup noodle taste test video? Hello. And did you like it? That was like a different sort of video.
Hello, puppy.
Haven't fallen asleep lately.
Oh, sweet boys. Sweet boys.
And then Kit's also been making short videos.
Oh, yeah.
And they're actually really funny.
I think people on Facebook.
Yeah, you guys can see it on Facebook though. But yeah, they're also on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. And depending on the video, they seem to be more popular on all different platforms. So we're just doing all of them. So if you guys are on any of those other platforms, you could watch us there too. But yeah, we're mainly heavily investing into YouTube.
One just came out.
Oh, how long ago?
2.
Oh, very cool.
Anyways, we're gonna go.
We're gonna go, yep.
And I'm full. And Matt's gotta pee.
I gotta pee. Videos under Ryukyu, live in Okinawa. Yep, that's right. Yeah, we're slowly moving the name to just Ryukyu instead.
Yeah.
Only because in the future we don't always plan on being live in Okinawa.
We'll be traveling.
Yeah, we might want to travel a little bit, do some videos. But of course we need to keep the Ryukyu, right? It's a little homage. And mostly we'll be in Okinawa.
Yeah,
anyway,
it was really nice, huh, Lynn? I'm really glad we got to sit and talk instead of like... We always worry doing this type of content because we're like, are people really going to find this enjoying? But,
yeah, you guys are the true fans here.
Or the core group of people we chill with.
Yeah, the ones that,
oh my gosh, I am...
Don't tell the others, but you're our favorites. Yeah, because you guys are really only here for us since we're literally doing nothing else. So, all right, good night, Sean.
Shopping website for the review.
Oh yeah, shopping website.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, we're doing the Black Friday sale. I discounted everything as basically as low as they possibly can go.
Yeah, so the discounts will probably last until about Tuesday-ish, at which point prices will go back up to normal. And towards the end of the year,
all of our designs are gone. They just disappear. So.
Oh, I can't pin it.
And Buddy, yes, and for Buddy.
Why can I not pin it? Well, that's our website. I put it in. Oh, you just hit pin. I got it.
YouTube is
Yeah, but you want to say goodbyes? Come, let's say goodbye.
There we go.
Come here.
Pin message.
Oh, you're so cute. Oh.
Is that even clickable though?
Can say goodbyes?
huh.
Let me unpin.
Let's say goodbyes. Hello.
That's not working.
Hi. Say, my name is Buddy, and I'm really the cutest dog that ever existed
Hold on,
in
let me
the
try this
entire
again.
universe.
www.
As you are. Yeah, well, have a great day. We'll see you guys.
Oh, maybe you can't. Okay, well, anyway, that's our website.
Thank you guys for watching. We love you guys so much. We'll see you next week on our live.
Yep. And if you want to buy anything, it's kind of the last chance and the best time right now. Black Friday. We'll probably do it through this weekend at least. I don't know if I'll extend it longer, but...
Well, at least till Tuesday, because Cyber Monday
Yeah, Tuesday our time. So Cyber Monday.
is the last day.
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, things will be discounted through then. For sure.
Love you guys. We'll see you.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you next time. Goodbye, bye-bye.
Love you. Love you, love you, love y'all.